matchup on our hands, and a winner progresses on to top 4. But the first team coming to the stage, looking to force their way to that grand finals. I give to you, Seattle.
The wood is yours. It's never over.
Defend the net, picks up the kills, another for Priestahh.
Accuracy for the team, trying to
come on! Only run, that's what you want to do. Oh my God, Mack, come around the corner in time, and you bet with you can get him off, that's one thing. If they kill him, it is done. Oh my God, no!
Here we go, it's a couple more kills and they get it. Seattle, hold on, they line up for him.
Here comes a storm. Make some noise for Seattle Surge. Give it up for Simp, Accuracy, Mack, and Pred, the Seattle Surge.
Your major 3 champions making to look the elimination bracket run. Cool, calm, and collected is what you would use to describe this team, but they also have to go against the Toronto Ultra that are looking to do the same. Your Rookie of the Year on your left here, who's been nothing but a menace all weekend. They got to get through the Toronto Ultra Blaze. Go ahead and bring them out.
It's time to bring out their opponents, descending from the north, looking to hoist that Champs Trophy. Make some noise for the Toronto Ultra.
Haters talking to me, tell them pipe down. Or it's lights out. Zeros on the debit, baby, all I do is swipe now. Gucci sweater 5,000. Stunning, buzzing. I be going up, no ceiling. Wow, ballin', running. Getting to the paper, I'm peeling out. They gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. They gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. Ain't no option, ain't no secondary. I just throw it out like a Hail Mary.
Los Angeles, here comes Toronto Ultra. We got Kimmy, Bance, Insight, CleanX, Toronto Ultra.
We look at these 4 familiar faces for what could be the final time. There have been rumors all season that a change could be right around the corner, but now is the time to tune out all of that noise, focus up for what we said could be their final time together. S&D has got to be on point, and if it is, that could be what gets them across the finish line versus a very clutch Seattle Surge team on the other side of the stage. But Blaze, it is time to get our first game underway.
Yes, it is, and I can't think of 2 better guys to take us along for this wild ride. Miles Chance, take us away.
Thank you very, very much, my friends. It is time to rock and roll into what will be a damn spicy start to the day.
I mean, we're starting to eliminate teams one by one in an earlier start to the day as well. So for these 2 teams on the stage, they're looking for the grind, right? Coming from the losers bracket, unless you get eliminated, you're playing 3 matches on the day. They're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one against Seattle Surge and Toronto Ultra, 2 of the most composed teams in the league. They've had their fair share of highs and lows this season, of course. Toronto not quite as high. Seattle, at the very least, managed to win themselves a major. But for now, it all comes down to one more series. Trying to stay alive here in COD Champs. It has been a sensational, spectacular tournament so far. And I have no doubt in my mind that this series will be a banger. The main question for me, though, Chance, is have Ultra got what it takes to go far in the Surge?
Well, they have more of the experience, right? So I trust them, but it is a sort of wild stat yet to win an S&D, but we're starting with the hard point. And I'd say on the flip side for Seattle, accuracy takes it to the extreme of I'm gonna play to set my teammates up for success. We've even seen it on the Tuscans. Pred has come out to fry. That's gotta be the game plan for Toronto Ultra. Shut down Pred, don't let him go crazy. And honestly, a guy like CleanX, I can't think of anybody better to try to be that counter.
He has been a superstar, man. He's really been living up to it all week long. Seattle Surge on the other side, though, Pred, Rookie of the Year. All-star player as well. This is really going to be a throwdown. We're going to find out how it goes. Map number 1. In the Tuscan we go.
Oh, got the nade spots on lock too, just trying to take him down, starting from the bad side. So needs something cooked up, and then cooking it up with the two-piece straight off of the rip. So already getting Toronto down and out and in Pred in prime position as play. The perfect opening break for Surge.
Great opening break from Surge. Mid-map is completely covered. However, it looks like number 8. That's CleanX managed to make it fire across the other side of the map. The spawns of flips are now Toronto Ultra. Head on a swivel of your Surge. Guns up, look the other way. Here comes the counter-attack, but there's not a lot of wind in those sails. Seattle Surge drown them out.
I mean, hey, you lose the spawns, but you get all this time. They will absolutely take it. In these final 18 seconds, kind of sweet to try to be able to get ARs posted up, but hey, nice one-on-one win from inside, but the trades are there, and honestly, we have, what, 4 nade kills from Seattle only on the first hill. These guys are on point.
So far, so good. They're on the point as well here. Going into second, it's going to be all Ultra, though. Max trying to slowly make his way through the back line. 5-0 to start things off here on Tuscan. Ultra now getting some sorely needed hard point time. We'll see how Mack's spree goes. He's playing this one real slow, waiting for the boys up front, and it's going to be the battle on the front lines now raging. CleanX ends the spree. That's done. Over to the hard point. It's all Ultra.
You gotta love it from Ultra, right? No hesitation. Everybody posted up. They stay calm. They know the game plan, and CleanX never hesitates. So you shut down the important gunfight and collecting a decent chunk of the P2 time, but there's the quicker attack coming out from Seattle. Accuracy was able to pick up too. They get the break, and for the moment, it's sort of looking like Seattle. They're looking to be bullies.
Yeah, indeedy. Coming for that lunch money. Inside though. They're going to fight back. Here comes the redemption arc, and now all he gets is a nade right in the face. Fred picks up those kills. Civ as well. 4 spree. Looking to get no. The 5th ends there. Bance stays alive. Final 10. Going to go the way of Seattle Surge. Rotation down as well. So Mack has had a bad tournament so far, it has to be said. But your boy's making the plays right now.
And he gets to roam around the P1 side of the map, so he's trying to go back and forth. But where his teammates fall, now he has to wrap back and actually collect the time. But this has been a perfect 2 hills back-to-back for Seattle. They're looking to get number 3 in the mix, but CleanX finally causing some problems. But there's accuracy. Also, his KD has not been great. Had only like 58 kills in a series yesterday. Well, right now, he is frying. And of course, Pred right there as well.
Pred might be able to catch a couple of players making it through mid. CleanX first on the menu. Here comes the entree. Cleans him up. No more players in position now to make this happen. Inside, managed to win the fight, stays alive. Now you got an avenue of attack right through the middle of the map for Ultra. Reinforcements from Surge now making their way forward, trying to set up for the fight. And here we go, Cammy's in, slides right on through. Trades are abound. The numbers working out though for Ultra. Last man on the point, gonna be CleanX. How long can he stay alive?
Oh, you got Bance being the cutoff man. So actually 2 players from Seattle. Someone just spawned bottom found, so that'd be quick on the break. I don't know how quickly they read this, but Seattle quick to make these kills and the jump again every single rotation. Surge have been on point. And for Surge, it's not going to be easy. Actually, they're clearing out the back. It is last man standing. Ultra finally able to take a breath. You're down by 60, but now you have an opportunity on this hill.
It is first to 250 points here in hardpoint, and so far, Seattle making it look easy. CleanX trying to find a couple of kills here, trying to make the point a little softer. Right through mid, Simp guns them down. Still Ultra with a hard point time. Reinforcing the spot again, looking for every single possible avenue of attack. Cammy from up high. Able to find much. The stun connects. Here comes Pred though. He has been slain. But Cammy, whoa! It's an unfortunate set of explosions there, but CleanX, he will get all the trades.
You at least get one, and now Simp is going to have to take his time and wait. The help is coming from the field side of the map, but it'll be a few seconds before they're there. The last scrappy sort of moment for the final time on this point. Ultra is still defending, but you see Seattle, they are desperate to take it, but they will not get it. Ultra with the scrap, and now towards that rotation. Ultra, first one's here, but Civ with the drop, and now Seattle able to make the move and try to regain the sort of pace of the game.
This is the 5th and final hard point in our opening set. And Ultra are not out of this one yet. Here we go. Mack's going to be the man on the time. Here comes the counter-attack from down low. Bance trying to hit the pinch. Here's this first 5 in a row now for Bance. Sliding, checking every corner. Gets taken care of. On the point we now go with Cammy. He's finding kills. But gets himself a second. And the break is good for Ultra.
And it is Mr. McGilligan that needs to have the hot hand when he fries. Ultra are simply built different, but occasionally can be slow. And speaking of inside 5 and 12, you're looking for those main AR players to start to step up for Ultra. If this has been a solid P5, you lose the rotation, you get the break in. So far, dodged every nades, but down low, Mack on the attack. Woo! The clean force out, the clean push out in the final 15 seconds will go their way.
It's good looking hard point from Seattle Surge. From P5 to P1, the rotation across map all theirs. Not an easy thing to do. This has been the bane of many teams here in the Vanguard season. Final few seconds coming to a close on P5. You'll take 1 or 2 if you are Toronto Ultra, but now eyes to the top side of the minimap. On you go, boys.
I mean, hey, for the fact that you had Ultra actually get slayed out at the start of this P1 hill, they were able to respond and now pour on the pressure. So accuracy a little bit late on the return. The nades coming through, but they get chopped. So that is Seattle unable to hold. They were here so far in advance, but they're not getting the time. And well, now you got Cammy right back inside the point. CleanX, that front man in charge. Toronto, they're starting to feel good.
Here we go. Seattle Surge still holding the lead, looking for the break right here, right now. Let's go for a quick listen in. Seattle Surge.
Peeking. I mean, go.
Outer, fire tree, our side outer.
They're coming
Okay. One's outer.
Outer in a tree.
Okay, I'm coming, guys.
Out, one shot Cammy.
I got one.
Cammy's out, dude.
One more ult.
I'm getting
Top trick, broken, beat up truck, one shot, gotta go.
One more ult on me, Bance.
Top.
Good ramp, Mack, I don't have it. Yeah, I'm carrying it.
Top window's dead.
Bance is all dead, one more on me.
Nice, I got time, I got time.
One shot ult.
I'm sitting top church, I'm holding mid. I got time.
Yeah. I'm holding P5 right now.
Insight's ult too.
One's Alcon.
I'm playing the back.
Alcon the door. I got two.
Nice, bro.
He did the window jump. P5.
All right, I think we got another listen in at just the right time because Pred was probably going to get a little bit spicy there. Kills are good. The lead changed hands once again as this hard point starts to get interesting. Now, to the other side of the stage and listen in. Toronto Ultra.
Let's get time.
On top of the door. Okay.
Nate hill.
Chill.
Right, one off the street.
Yeah.
He's not push front, I don't think.
Nate time. Yeah.
Native him.
Oh shit, I picked my nade. It's close.
We
Mack,
can time.
maps it. Mack, watch your back. Nice.
He's probably gone through.
Yeah.
I'm probably so mad.
Red.
Red.
Wanna play this?
You can if you want.
Yeah, I'll try. Oh, he's I think that's Red.
Yeah, he's still plat. He's upstairs.
Okay.
Lamar's on the left. One shot. Lamar's on the left.
Both teams incredibly well composed, Chance. I mean, typical of both squads.
Hey, you just hear the emphasis they are trying to put on Pred. Bance called out 60 seconds ago that Pred is looking for that glide bomb. They identified him over towards flat. So Ultra right now clean on the rotation, but they know that this is a two-front problem. Ooh. And there is the glide. Pred finally strikes, and hey, maybe that's good for this streak. Still go around the hard point. Ultra should have this time.
So strong. It's an 8 spree to a 9 as Pred continues the dominance, 25 and 15 overall. Wow! He had 2 bullets in that automaton. Made him count. That's a 10 spree.
10 spree. He has been alive for 2.5 minutes, and as much as Ultra wanted him to die, they can't stop him. Everyone else on Surge is falling, but now he's the one that gets to fly in his strike. You know he's getting the kills. Everything is easy. Someone grab the hill time for him. Let him go and slay.
That's your rookie of the year right there. 200 points now crossed for Seattle Surge. Ultra not out of this yet. Scrap time towards the bottom side of Fountain. Into Church we go. Seattle lined up for the hit. Insight's going to be the first man in. Can't take care of Pred. Simply too hot to handle. And towards the backside we now go. Cammy trying to find anything here. Catches Simp, catches a nade. Gets a kill. Now the fight is on. Here comes the pinch.
Yeah, blocking the spawns, and right now that is going to be good long term, but still inside the point. A couple players on Surge roaming around, and you see Pred in the feed. You know if he's alive, he causes problems, and Bance gets chopped as well. All the effort to get the back spawns, but you got to get the time. Finally, the break is in. Ultra trying to get back in the swing.
CleanX right back in the swing. 4 spree now for him. Looking to catch another one. In and out he goes. Smooth moves as Tobias Jonsson on a 5.
He's looking for the next one. Pred, the next one in line and trying to dance him one shot. And there's the battle. Can't catch him, and you're going to fall. So still that glide bomb in the back pocket. Everyone that has paid attention to Tuscan, they know the story. It is the P5 to P1 rotation. That is where games are won. And Ultra, they're going to be lucky to get there because obviously Surge, they are close to winning this game, but they have to deal with that glide. They got a lot of problems ahead of them.
Here come the problem number 1. It's going to be actually dealt with. Accuracy was the closest man. Mack's going to be up next, making his way through radio. Reinforcements now from Seattle Surge, trying to get the late break. Here we go into the dark stages of this game. CleanX, the first man up. Shots are in. Team kills, you name it. It's all happening. But CleanX once again starts to find his form here on Tuscan. Over 200 points now for Toronto Ultra. And what in the name of all things? Serby sticks through, but that's it. Kills are through. It's a great P5 hold so far.
Ultra still, though, they have to hold on. You can't afford to get broken. And Pred trying to break him down. Thank Lord for Ultra that it's a teammate that shuts down Pred. But even still, Ultra desperate for this time. They're looking good to get it, but accuracy also gets chopped. The survival instinct still has kicked in, but here we go. This is the rotation that wins games. You know Pred has that glide.
He's done it before against Atlanta FaZe. Now he has the glide to break it that bit easier now. Here comes another lead change. We are all tied up going into the final hard point here of map number 1. Glide out, connect. That should be the opener. Here comes Mack to finish a few more. A great set of kills now as Mack gets dropped by Cammy through mid. It's once again the Wonder Boy Pred. Straight into the point. It's Pred! It's 3, but Insight stays alive. Hard point search.
Man, AR's able to pick up 2. Now this is the fight inside the point. Beads from the guy. The nades are there for the trade. Pred back in the action. Able to get 1 inside. Shreds for number 2. 40 bomb in, and the game, the stamp. Pred gets it done.
My good God. Lightning strikes twice for Pred. Another sensational hard point finish. And another notch on the belt in this series.
And honest to God, that is about the most predictable hard point between these two teams imaginable, right? The storylines for Seattle, especially on Tuscan, especially in this tournament, Pred just comes out and fries. Goes on 11th Street, gets the glide bomb, sets his team up for that final rotation. You know how the games end. It's always the P5 to P1, and on the flip side for Toronto, their story and hard point all year long. It is just a close within 20-point games. It's been the thorn in their side. It cost them again. And in spite of their best efforts, they just did not have an answer for Pred.
I mean, it's heartbreaking hard point finishes for Toronto Ultra. That has been their entire season in a nutshell. Take a look at the highlights, friends. It was an explosive ending, but hey, a very closely contested battle between both teams the whole way through. Ultra with a few lead changes, exciting stuff to see for them, and again, high hopes for the rest of the series if we can get that far. But for now, whew, baby, Pred is something else, man. What a play.
And obviously, you just see the skill when he is pushing the pace. He's the guy lighting you up, but I just love the fact that you're seeing the veteran-style plays out of him. He was on a 6 spree for about a minute straight on that second hill, and he took his sweet time to make sure he secures that glide. He's working with his teammates through P5 for the bait, and there is so much emphasis put on that streak to make sure they get it for the team. So the vet plays coming through, cool, calm, and collected on Tuscan. And they get the job done. The hard point for Seattle so far throughout this tournament has been absolutely class.
Fantastic work now going into the Search and Destroy. Bocage, map number 2, a double dose of Berlin, and then we go to Desert Siege for our Just Desserts. Ha ha ha! Game 5s have been very, very, plentiful, let's say, chance at the tournament so far.
And obviously with these two teams, it might be absolutely no different. Of course, you still need the answer for Pred, but there's a couple things that are working at play here, right? Bocage, S&D, it has been nearly the auto veto for both of these teams. Incredibly rare to see these guys on the map. I think the last time we saw Seattle was at the very beginning of stage 4, but that just means it's hard to do the prep work for. Not a ton of VOD review, and honestly, maybe a little bit more on Toronto. They've played OpTic on it quite a few times, so maybe in that sense, a small edge to the Surge. But it's just sort of, you're going in blind. Don't know what to expect.
We'll see how it goes. Well, one of the things we do look forward to is the game field keys to victory now for Seattle Surge. More out of the main AR, accuracy. We gave him a little bit of love in that opening hard point chance. He was doing great, 8 for 1 so far at the event. We'll see how that goes. Must have changed after that one and take the hard points. Well, step 1, done. Step 2, done. Thus far, the game field keys to victory, great for Seattle Surge.
And so the sort of second thing at play here between these two teams, they faced off 3 times throughout this year, and Toronto has actually had their number in hardpoint. They're 5-1 against Seattle. Well, Seattle are already bouncing back and making amends for that. And it's the opposite story in the Search and Destroy, where Seattle has had their number 4-1 against Toronto. And I think that's probably one of the crazier things for Ultra. Everybody knows how good their S&D is. Well, at the event so far, 0 for 3.
Gave your keys to victory for the Toronto Ultra. Slaying department, not bad whatsoever. 3rd overall, but the Search and Destroys, that is the worry. 0-3 so far. And in a tournament like this, where Game 5 seems to be the name of the game, you better be winning those searches, because this is not a good look. Again, last chance for both of these teams here in the tournament. This is an elimination matchup.
Just a way to end your year. Not fun. It'll be heartbreak for both of these teams. I mean, Ultra last year, top 2 in the game all year long through Cold War, including their 2nd place finish at Champs. Getting eliminated top 6 is not fun, and obviously for Seattle, they've already won a damn tournament. They were in a situation in that one where they were a Game 5, Round 11, 1v1 from getting top 12, and as soon as you give them a little bit to work with, they take it a very long way. We got a long series ahead of us. To Bocage, S&D, we go.
The next chapter of this saga. Small map, fast-paced, first of 6 rounds, attacking, defending, 2 bomb sites, 1 life per round, and a partridge in a pear tree. Here we go, into map number 2.
We already know these guys are saving the strats, not for Christmas, but for this event. I would say for Seattle, too, I remember towards the start of the year, they've only played it a handful of times. They had a lot of creative looks they were throwing in the mix, and I think that might be the case. They even have the 1v1 specialist on their team now to help them out on the coaching staff, so it'd be fun to see what they can pull together to beat Toronto on the attack first. And again, you always got to make sure you shut down Brett, who is flying.
Oh, he's literally flying. Tons of information gained. Mack's going to pick up at least one of those. Bomb is now down in the inside of barn. CleanX trying to reposition. Get himself in there first, but Sib's there. Oh, he spotted him for sure.
Nah, he missed him.
Oh my, so CleanX is now behind enemy lines. Let's see what happens. Oh, he is well deep.
And this is all it is for Toronto. They are waiting for CleanX to make the play, but there's no one on these back tanks. So right now, CleanX is giving them no information. Everybody stacked up in buildings, and maybe accuracy, you know he's up top. They're sending CleanX on the hunt, and there you go, 3v3. The big play is in, and just like that, how the turntables, man advantage for Toronto.
Here we go. Looking for his third, checking windows, checking corners, checking everything now as CleanX slowly but surely planted at A. Mack gets on the board. 2v2. Inside makes it now a 2v1. It all comes down to Mack on the bottom side of Grannies. And now, Insight. He falls. CleanX, you started the round so magnificently. 30 seconds. And the round is yours.
Oh, he spots him. He's looking for the ace.
Run for it. Mack looking to catch the ace. He's gone left when he should have gone right. Regroup towards the bomb site. Here comes the second circle of this fight, and CleanX is all over it now, looking to make something special happen here, as Mack is now trying to land the defuse. Over to CleanX, will he catch it in time? What a round! Thank you everyone for also participating and not giving that away. Much love, Galen Center, you rock.
And that is a great deal of frustration across the face of CleanX. One gets away from the mayor, and that is a moment where Mack was looking for the ace, doesn't need it, gets the round win instead. And that is just a way to set the tone. I mean, you had the man advantage. CleanX is the guy making plays. And in spite of the fact that Mack was reduced to 4 HP, trade's not in a big round to win.
First blood accuracy. That was over towards the A side of the map. So now you're going to have to see Cammy make his way forward there. Worrying now that's where the hit's coming from. Truth be told, though, Seattle all over the place. They've managed to make it towards the bottom side of Grandma's. Sib spotted out. Bance. Whoa, baby. It's a tense gunfight. No one drops.
Sib's a scary individual. That's looking like he was almost free, and well, maybe Mack is the one that is. Actually, the trades come through, so maintaining that man advantage, Fred, when he gets in the situation, hardpoint S&D, it does not matter. He loves this building. Plenty of time for Surge to work with.
Good timing from inside. A very predictable spot. Turns into a 2v2. Oh, wait a minute. Bance takes care of that one. So now Sib pops dead silence. Last man up for his squad. He's been gifted one. Turns it into a 1v1, 30 on the clock.
And he already knows where he is.
Oh my god. Oh my god! The shots! Insight stays alive. Nades up. We're going to go round 2 in a moment, but we're running out of time for Seattle.
Sib has to plant the bomb, so he makes the call, and Insight does not make this read. He's going into a blind, and Insight far enough away that Sib, he can get out. Insight does not have the intel. Insight now going into this blind.
He takes the low road, Sib takes the high road, and here they go around the corner. Oh my, whoa! Oh my good God. Sib, if he lands that melee, that's sure you can. That'd have been a KO right then and there.
Yeah, just one of those moments, man. Insight has the most clutches on the year, and a little bit of luck for that one, because that is just COD timing at its finest. But an important one for Ultra to get back, and took a fist to a gunfight. Insight with the rat-a-tat-tat taking him down. Blow for blow early on in Bocage.
A round like that could have gone either way. Missed the 1v1 indeed. Two spree for Insight after that round. See if that gets any bigger. Parkour here in the opening sortie comes to a close. Pred may have been spotted there. No, he hasn't. He's in. He's in. Mack finds another kill. That's an easy 2 to start the round for Seattle.
And just so aggressive. I mean, Bocage S&D has been one of the slower S&D maps, funnily enough. And well, Seattle happy to push the pace, happy to reposition. And that bomb getting picked up, I mean, Seattle knows it's going to be River. You have so many options now on defense.
Slowly but surely, you now have to work your way forward, Toronto Ultra. Look at that bottom side of the A-bomb site. That is safe and secure. Here comes Cammy. Bad timing. Good gunny. 3v2.
And Insight's trying to catch up to make the play as well. So Cammy's trapped in the tunnel, but Insight making moves, and there you go.
No way.
2 versus 2.
No
Here
way.
we go.
Pred takes care of Cammy. All now down to Insight. Can he clutch up another round? The king of clutch here in Vanguard finds his corner as Sib. He knows he's out there, and if it bleeds, we can kill it. The timing has not gone his way, but he might be able to catch him here as he runs down. 20 seconds on the clock.
That angle was unreal. They had him trapped for a moment. But even still, if you plant this bomb, you're just going to get trapped in this area so quickly. And Sib with the timing perfectly done and dusted. No mistakes made. Seattle Surge, nice and secure. The 2v2 got spicy, but again, even though Cammy's getting the kills, you know you have him trapped in and around tower. Easy trades coming through after the fact, and there's not enough time for Insight to work with. So all of that off the back of the aggressive play call, right? Mack and Pred working the River side of the map on defense. Something like that will sit in the back of Toronto's mind.
Surge now with the lead. Going into this offensive round for them. A little bit of love towards the A-bomb site. We've seen B get planted a few times, but anything can happen here on the cage. Can't rule it out. Insight with that top tower control. Cammy towards the backside of Grandma's. It is a broad 2-2 split for Toronto Ultra.
The first time we've had a round where first blood doesn't come through in like the first 10 seconds, so the pace has been slowed and the battle right there.
CleanX saw that. He can hear this. You're about to feel this one, Mack. Hello! Whoa! Plot twist. Mack first blood.
Inaccuracy lives. Inaccuracy lives, and you do not have Granny's control, so Seattle in every single corner with the man advantage.
Cammy doesn't see the shoulders. He knows there's something loose about this house, and it's Pred. 4v2. Seattle Surge are running it. Insight back onto Old Faithful. Bance is over by the B-bomb site, and Mack might meet his end here. No! Sib covering fire, safe and sound. 4v1.
Oh, that just off the back of the first blood. Bance gets spotted as well. Pinned down, trapped, and gone. Seattle Surge, I mean, honestly, maybe just have CleanX's number. Loses the 1v1 in round 1 to Mack right there in that moment. Mack is as free as you could possibly be. CleanX, whether it be nerves, bad timing, or just that slide coming through from Mack, but again, I'm just seeing in the player camps the amount of frustration CleanX is dealing with right now. We know Ultra has the resolve, but they need the quick bounce back.
There's been a lot of compliments towards Toronto Ultra for teamwork throughout the entire year, it has to be said, but they have been outthinking themselves. The devs touch upon it as well. It's too smart for their own good. It's Pred. Pure instinct. On that force spree. Here comes an aid. That's got Insight's name written all over it. Just overshoots it. For now, that's fine. All even Stevens going in the round.
You already see Bance posted on the back of the map there, worried about that River pressure because of the round before. Now, if you're working up the A side of the map, the nades might connect on Sid, but he at least dodges one, so the coordination not quite perfect. So no first blood.
It's enough to get you forward, though. I think Sib, he and Mack have read this one. Here comes the plant. Going to stretch it somewhat there by the sandbags. Back on up, trying to now reposition. Sib with that first blood. Makes the retake that bit easier. Now Seattle Surge fanning out across the bomb site. Now trying to jump on it, potentially. Cammy trying to get away with his life. No, there we go. A couple of clean kills. Pred's on a 5, and it is another 4v1. Operation track down Bance. Shots are there, but the damage is not enough. A perfect round, Seattle Surge.
Dude, look, they are 5 for 5 on first bloods. I think throughout stage 4, Toronto have been like top 3 in the game at getting the first bloods. And obviously, we talked about the record overall, 0-3 throughout this tournament, even when they're getting the bloods, struggling to convert some of these rounds, and when they're not getting them, this is looking dire. Bance 1-5, CleanX getting pieced up, so many players left in 1v3s, 1v4s. Ultra do not have an answer on the cage.
If they can find an answer here in this next defensive round, it's starting to get a little dire here for Toronto Ultra. 4-1, it is first to 6 here in Search and Destroy. Speaking of 6, Pred is looking for his 6th kill in a row. Heavy stack towards A now for Ultra. Seattle Surge, they are waiting for a kill to present itself to them, and it could be Cammy.
Yeah, good luck with that, Chow. I mean, right now, Ultra, they have basically turtled around grannies. They've given up so much map control, and obviously, still get eyes on both sites, but Surge, they get plenty of wiggle room to play with. They're leaning up towards B. They're dealing with inside in the back. You see, he's getting back down in the B. He might have tags through, but there's the bomb plant. They get this down for the 4v4.
So no kill, a lot of noise now being made. Simp knows Cammy's up and about. Bomb been planted now. Accuracy, the long range cover. CleanX up high. Great coverage from Ultra as they make their way forward. The little tip of Accuracy's barrel has just been exposed somewhat, so here comes the close cover. Pred going from behind. Kill number 6. Straight onto the bomb site we now go! Accuracy! Saves the round! But Ultra, so close!
Yeah, shout out to the observers. I think purposely not trying to give that one away, right? Bomb gets hot, the coverage is in, and Ultra, as soon as they had that 4 versus 2, no time wasted for the play call to hop right on that side, and it got close. Accuracy nearly makes the play, but just a split second behind. That is a big one for Toronto to be able to get.
Fraction of a second. 2 players stacked up on top of the site. You wouldn't expect them to be literally on top of one another, but that is the way Ultra do it. 4-2 now. A lifeline has been purchased. Is it going to last long though? No. Simp, another first blood.
I mean, just every single time. Last round was the only time Toronto was actually able to connect with one, so forced again to try to clutch the man disadvantage. We saw in round 1, CleanX got behind enemy lines, but this time Seattle, they have spread the map. Nothing is open. And this could be a glide.
Trying for it. I mean, Pred though, this is typical Pred play. Wildly, wildly confident. Well, Mack's hot on the heels. Here comes Simp to back him up. No problem whatsoever. Cammy, last man left alive. 1v4. Good luck.
If you can, you feed this to Pred. Obviously, you just get the 5-2 round advantage, but if you can make sure he gets that glide, even better. Cammy in a fight for his life, in a fight to not die to Pred, but stunned out. Free challenge right there, and that is perfect from Seattle. Mack is purely there for the bait to send in your Rookie of the Year. Almost every single first blood going their way. The glide bomb now in the back pocket in a 5-2 lead. Surge woke up today and looks like they chose violence.
Map point. Seattle Surge. And they will be on offense. Ultra, it is time to dig deep. Mack with bomb in hand, you have a glide bomb to play with as well. Will Ultra put on cold blood and save themselves from that hit from above? We'll find out.
I don't know if you go for the glide bomb straight at the start of the round for information, or if you try to get the bomb planted either direction, just for the safety in the back. Certainly for Surge, totaled up in their spawn, and I mean, hey, why not? You got Simp, 7-3, Pred, 8-2. They've been on pulling the first blood. There you go. 4-player spotting, and quite a few are outside, but they should be safe.
They're safe for now, but look at that mini-map. Here comes Surge. Here comes the opening gunfight. Bance has been pinched in. He has been taken care of. Here comes the hit through the middle of the map. And Pred now roaming the halls of Grandmas. Can anyone from Ultra find a kill here?
There's your trade, but look at Pred. Yeah, Pred already in a corner, instant for the trades. In a 3v2, Ultra desperate for a clutch.
Cammy saw an ankle. Good timing. Patience pays off. Dives in the opening fight. 25 seconds on the clock here. This is to stay alive, Ultra.
And Insight going on the full flank, by the way, so I think they know that Sid was out towards this field, so Insight looking for the freebie, and I think...
He didn't?
He finds it, barely, and also, yeah, 10 seconds to go. Pred, he can go for the bomb plant, but look at the angles that they have covered, Ultra. Surely they check the bomb, take care of it, get it done. No more glide, and a little bit of life. Ultra not out of it yet.
Solid composure once again out of Toronto Ultras. They buy themselves one more chance here in the Surge. 5-3. 3 straight rounds for Toronto Ultras. All they need, and it sounds so easy.
Man, this is going to be tough for Ultra to figure out what to do on the attack. They love their neutral setups, but They've been getting punished along the way. They have not been able to find any of these first bloods, and it's not like you can start coordinating these nades to find them. I think Surge really just giving them nothing to work with. Again, we talk about how both of these teams, it's their near auto veto. It's been a long time since Surge have played. If you don't have the intel, Ultra is struggling to piece it together.
Fred's in. CleanX takes care of him. Trades out though, 3v3. Slow and steady for accuracy as Bance has had a slow one on the search and destroy, but you know the playmaking capability is there. Mack now on the outside tanks, trying to make sure that no one gets in. And Bance brought down again. The COD gods are not smiling upon him in this map, that's for damn sure. 3v2.
He's got shot in the back and side so many times, 1 and 9 for him, and right now desperate for his teammates to try to clutch for another opportunity. Decent chunk of time to work with. Inside the most clutches in the league, and you hop up in this window, you already see accuracy through the wall. And it's free, it is taken care of, and outside inside for the 1v3. Surge should have this on lock, because look at where that bomb is down.
Bomb's in a bad spot, the front door of Granny's. Mack towards the back tank, accuracy stays atop. If those shoulders move anymore, he might be spotted out by inside. Here comes the parkour, here comes the quick check, and he might be in. He is not going to account for Mack in the back line though, or will he? This is going to get hot real quick. Oh, good lordy! It's a big one. Mack wins the engagement, the snap is there. Seattle Surge take the lead in the series again. It's a 2-0 now. Last chance corral, Toronto Ultra.
And you see Surge staying icy after, no early celebrations. They know how long this series could go, but that is two strong maps coming out from Seattle. And on that blockade, Toronto feeling the pressure. CleanX doesn't get the 1v1 against Mack. A couple rounds later, Mack fries them for the opening gunfights for the first blood. Mack simply just had their number, even the gunny for the final one towards the end. But I mean, Benjamin Bance clearly going through it. Shot in the back, shot in the side, almost every single round. Surge truly just had their number.
Yeah, the cage could be like that. Fred, 10-4 though. He did not have a problem finding those kills. As this series is not going the way of Toronto Ultra so far. Berlin Control coming up next. Will this be the last dance for Toronto Ultra here in Vanguard, or will we see another hard point? That is the question. But goddamn, chance it is a banger so far.
And look, I think Toronto Ultra overall, they certainly have the stronger map record on Berlin Control, but at the same time, Fred has gotten a Glide Bomb in both of the maps that we have played. When he gets things going on Berlin, I mean, he is simply dominant on this map, so I think the game plan is the same as map number 1. You just have to contain the rookie.
See if they can get it done. That's Rookie of the Year, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, quick commercial break. We come back. Seattle Surge, Toronto Ultra. Map number 3, we're going to Berlin. We're playing Control. Be right back.
Tomorrow, only the present, that is your gift. It benefits you only if open. Everyone's chosen, beauty of choice. You can stay silent, forget your voice. You can malign them, hold a grudge, or stand before judge, just stating your case. Top of the notion that you were just a mere drop in the ocean. This is your moment, fear is a Trojan horse. When you open or close your doors. Just when you feel like it's too much. Just when you feel like you've had enough. Take a step back from the edge and take a deep, take a deep, take a deep breath. Dance like you'll never. Dance like you'll never. Dance like you'll never. Dance like you'll never, ever gonna live again. Sometimes you don't like where you live. Sometimes you don't really like your kids. Sometimes you grow out of your friends. Sometimes it's your fault, just admit it. Finger point in the mirror. 3-point back, that's the tearjerker. You can wallow in sorrows, depressed of the past, afraid of the unknown tomorrow. Or you can just live in the now. We all trying to figure it out. The rhythm inside of your chest that's keeping you moving, that's the solution. The ball on the floor is hard to ignore. Endorphin rush will flush your brains while you dance your pain away. Just when you feel like it's too much. Just when you feel like you've had enough. Take a step back from the edge and take a deep breath. And dance like you'll never. Dance like you'll never. Dance like you'll never. Dance like you'll never. Dance like you'll never, ever gonna live again.
of Duty League is brought to you by Mountain Dew and Zenny. Armor your eyes with Blocks gaming glasses starting at $24 by visiting zenny.com/CDL.
Game 3, and potentially the last charge of Toronto Ultra here in Vanguard. One more map is all Seattle Surge need to survive here in COD Champs and live to fight throughout the day. But here we go, friends, in a control. And since stage 4, it has not been a bad look for Ultra. So, as we tend to see Chance control, it's the turning point.
And it has truly been their saving grace, at least through the later stages of this year. And the pressure's on. I know the average 6 actually hasn't been going their way. I know on Berlin it can be 50-50, but I just can't imagine like the pressure that you have to be feeling. The amount of frustration after a map like that, Bocage, of knowing one map away and your year is done for a long and bitter offseason.
Think how close the hard point was as well. Incredibly closely contested match on Tuscan. Start things off. The search was not good, but that is sadly to be as expected right now for Ultra. It has not been their mode. Control though, far stronger to them. An incredibly exciting series against OpTic to start the tournament off for them. They did do great in the control mode there as well. We'll see if they can buy that lifeline because the respawns have been strong. Seattle Surge, another team, incredibly strong respawn mode. It's Berlin after this, if they can survive control.
And look, we'll keep gassing him up because he has just simply earned it, right? I think Pred may be annoyed about the Rookie of the Year because he's thinking he should have been the MVP. I mean, he
could have been both.
Unreal. Like, his stats are genuinely bonkers. Like, I mean, dominating some of these SMG categories in this series at Champs. This guy lives for the big moment, and right now, living to kill the hopes and dreams of Toronto Ultra. Overall, the map record, not as strong as it once was on Berlin, but when Seattle are winning this map, Fred truly is that guy. It's when he gets inside of fire, gets inside of your spawn, causes all sorts of problems, so the game plan for Ultra is the same. You have to contain him.
Good luck. Here we go. Map 3. Over towards A we fly for Seattle Surge, but there's no one home. B is getting heavy hit. Slow and steady now for Toronto Ultra to capture that point. Now again, capture both zones to win the round or kill all 30 of your enemy's lives. First segment of B gone.
And you can already see Ultra just playing and not make any mistakes. And, well, maybe there's a mistake on the angle choice, and so they've been able to pick up a big 2, but no funny business over towards A. They're trying to do the easy things first and just make sure that things do not spiral out of control. Good containing, make sure no one gets away from you. It's only been the ARs in this long haul that have caused you problems, and I think Insight's there to get a couple trades, and you got everything taken care of. Ultra got it covered. B looking to secure, maybe now looking to apply that pressure over towards A.
This is nice tags out of Insight. He is being a nuisance. This is real guerrilla warfare, hit and run. Nearly finished the job over towards B. Cammy's getting that one done now. CleanX on a 2-spree, looking to now hit these defenders of A. And this could be a great hit. The Seattle Surge, they have moved forward. They've bought that time. And now we get another 2 minutes to play.
Hey, Seattle Surge were also so worried about their own spawn. They were running around fire, but the pressure is on the point. CleanX turn it forward. Oh, make it 5.
Wait a minute! Oh my God, CleanX! What the hell was that? It's a 6 spree, and now you got 2 players on A. The capture is on, and this is unbelievable out of Ultra.
Look at him go, and hey, maybe he falls, but look at that.
What?
Finally, a little bit of life out of Toronto. The perfect 6-0 start from CleanX. I mean, they took their time over towards B. They get him in position to strike. And from what goes from a look of frustration, a small little smile across the face of Tobias. I mean, this is a guy who made his name at Champs back in Black Ops 4, playing with Insight back in the day. We discovered this issue is in fact an issue. And he's got to be the guy to deal with Fred, but also CleanX completely out of the fight when Surge are walking towards A.
Broken glass. Woo. Broken Mack over towards the A zone. Accuracy still making his way forward slowly. Bance with the in and out. Good shots there from Accuracy. Sid now keeping the fight alive on that long range. Just about a minute to play with here, and Ultra, they've come to play on the defense.
And I mean, again, CleanX has been completely out of the picture for all of this. So this has been a 3v4 hold, but hey, there it is. Takes his time for the strike and at least able to secure the glide. Now, not crazy impactful on a map like Berlin, but might be able to get good use out of it. Funnily enough, it was 7-0 for CleanX, 0-7 for Bance. So Cammy and Inside have been holding this one down 2v4.
That's all right, you can do that one. No problem. 48 seconds left on the clock. Seattle managed to get their first segment towards B. Great work from them. They're going to have to catch up. The segment count, we're looking towards that defensive round 5. So far, Ultra have got it. Mack behind door number 1 is Benjamin Bance. He went from 0-7 to 3-7. Pred's going to finally take care of him there, and the second segment of B's on its way out.
And Ultra, though, they're looking to get the stranglehold on the map, right? You obviously have number 5, Cammy, posted on the bottom right, so everyone else free reign to try to actually defend this point. Insight with the MP40 trying to make it happen, and so far the B defense has been secured, but Simp, he's making plays over towards A. So a bit of a two-front war. B secured, Simp now causing problems.
Choosing the other foot now, and Simp's kicking. Finally from behind, taken care of by Pred front line. Oh, he can't finish the kill. The desperation nade, and now accuracy on the flank. Pressure is still on. The capture of A now beginning. It's a 2-man stack. Can Bance stay alive? No! Good looks now. That's all you have to do for Seattle is hold the line.
They got to check the flank as well. Number 8, CleanX is trying to be annoying. He at least gets traded. Pred now in the point. Can't win it in Ultra. Make sure nothing crazy happens. They can settle in for the moment.
Settle down, just a mo. Life count, relatively even. 1:20. As Seattle now are fighting for every single inch of real estate they can possibly get here on Berlin.
And look at number 2, by the way, accuracy on the flank. He is going to cause problems. He is going to make these spawns confusing. You got number 6, Bance, spinning in circles, looking for where this pressure is coming from. But if you don't win these gunfights, these are the big ones. This is where Seattle can make the play. Bance, though, down low. He gets the big 2-piece, shuts him down, and at least knows, hey, at least Pred is by himself. Maybe we can take him down.
Pred behind again. Cammy now pushing that front line forward.
9v6.
We're starting to run out of time. You've got yourselves onto the point. 8v6 now as Ultra running out of lives on defense. CleanX with a fast reposition. Civ, good shots through the glass window. Over to Bance now.
8v4.
The lives are out for Toronto Ultra. Here comes the opening fight. And this is going to be a big one. No more lives to give away for Ultra. Bance somehow manages to stay safe. Less than 30 on the clock. CleanX falls. Insight now holding it down. Fighting tooth and nail, everything but the kitchen sink being thrown his way, and accuracy wins a big one, and now we're on the point. Can Bance do this all alone, or will we see another round go their way? The answer is no. Seattle, stay alive.
It is not often that you lose on lives, and that is a tough one for Ultra. I mean, there was 0 ticks over towards A, but it was just that pace. It was players living inside your spawn for too long and too constant with the gunfights. Not a fun one for Ultra to deal with, and well, we even things back up, and we've been gassing up Pred, deservedly so, but now it's Civ, 14 kills to his name on a 4 spree, and you don't want either player to get that hot hand.
Another all-star member here in the 2022 season. Straight on towards B we go. Classic moves out of Ultra. It's exactly what they did in the previous round. They still send Insight on that lone island mission towards the A side of the map. We'll see though. Seattle have taken the bait quite quickly. Here comes the hit. Bance wins it. You do lose the other side of the map, though, if you are Toronto. So now the pinch is on. Seattle are setting themselves up for a lot of kills here.
They might be looking for the spawn trap as well. If you lose these gunfights around the site, you'll be forced to spawn inside of that back train building. So this is a big moment for Ultra. You got to connect with a couple. And Civ on that 5 spree as well. Multiple problems, and they can't take him down.
Oh my, that is a big win. That's his 6th kill, Cammy. Takes care of it. CleanX still wants the streaks to work with Pred. Going toe-to-toe. Oh man, and these boys, when they go up against each other, it is always a bout. Ultra back on it. Trying to get the job done at B.
And they've got the positioning as well. Everything is covered, nice and secure. No funny business towards P2. And I think Cammy got spotted, and well, certainly there to take him down. So we saw that first round where Ultra able to transition over to A so fluidly. This time Surge, nice and secure. So many players posted up in train. They're happy to give up the flank in this moment, but if players start to fall, it could get dicey.
See what happens. Open Insight once again, the man on the flank. Spawn's getting a bit awkward now for Seattle Surge. You see those red dots on the minimap. Bance takes care of it. Now from the front line, it's Toby. It's Tobias Julianson taken care of now. Simp and Pred in the kill feed. Bance with an A. Now towards the point we go. Pressure is now on. Cammy. He's in a great spot to catch these players out. He does. Onto the point we now go. 20 lives, Surge. Ooh.
Mack So another big one. I think Bance right now inside of Stone Steps. Right now, Seattle are just having to dodge like the chaos that Toronto trying to cause, and the flank's coming through to P3. But if Pred is winning the gunfights inside a train, it makes that Bance flank so much more difficult and easy to read. Should get traded out. He is taken care of. CleanX gets dropped, and Seattle in full control.
Lights even. Seattle now starting to push themselves forward. 1 minute remaining on the game clock. Ultra trying to fight their way out. Can be the man to find at least one kill, buy some space, get the movement going. Oh my God, how did that get going? Oh my! It's 2 more, and all of a sudden, it's an open field now. The opportunity for Ultra to get themselves in on this point. 3-man stack. This could be the round here, right now, unless Seattle Surge can get in there.
Get in there and run it up. The easiest gunfights to win. The trap has been set, and the flank gets red. Easy, done, and dusted. Ultra. Again, as soon as they get that moment, there is no looking back. Even from the nade, I don't know where it came from, but Mack in that window, all of a sudden he's one shot. You clear out the train side of the map, you get CleanX back in the mix. And it looks so sweet when the Ultra teamwork finds its form. But we've also been 3 for 3 with the offensive rounds, and it'll be Surge's turn to attack.
But then a little more even when it comes to who wins the offensive and defensive rounds. It's quite a fun map in that regard. 3-man hit towards B now for Seattle Surge. A's the zone where it seemingly ends every time, but we'll see what happens as CleanX might be more than his spidey senses tingling. Here comes the fight. Whoa, good work from accuracy there. Progress at B.
I'm disappointed too, and I can't hear Miles.
I don't know what's going on. Might be something in venue, but for now, the first segment's gone at B. Second's on its way out fast as well. I think someone might have stepped on a cable.
Stepped on Pred, though. Still got Seattle again. Similar approach on the attack. Working through train, working through the flank. Hey, there's the big 2 from Pred. He's trying to open this door to A. He does get taken down, but Mack's turn to try to look for these spawn kills. And at the very least, he is by his lonesome, but he'll be a very annoying player to deal with as he is winning all of these gunfights. The nades take him down, but they have bought the pressure. Seattle causing the chaos.
2:10 on the clock. 25 lives for Seattle Surge to continue to attack this A side of the map. For Mack in mid-map, CleanX has got his number. Oh, sneaky Bance as well as Ultra. It's fantastic work on the defensive round for now. Over towards the zone we now go. Accuracy through the front window, taken clean care of. As again, the pressure is now on for a brief moment. Force brief for CleanX, still has the glide.
I mean, he is just unreal. Talking about like answering the call when Pred has been dominant, he is there to get that bounce back. Heating up when you need him the most, and now for Seattle, they're not even trying to break through the front. Everybody working through P3, trying to work these flanks, but inside, he has been posted up, ready to go. Patiently waiting, but waiting for the gunfight where he just gets dropped.
Still, defenders now on point. It's not a place you want to be dropped, and that's where Mack's getting the kills. CleanX from the back line! 5 in a row now for him. Turns it into a 6. That is sensational defense. Pred, though, is keeping the play alive, well and truly kicking. Reinforcements in the form of accuracy now through the back line, through the front. Sib, he's trying to find kills, as does Mack. And oh, baby, this is looking good. Can Cammy stay alive? Can Bance? Yes, he does.
I feel like you shut down CleanX. You feel like that's the opening because you now have pressure on the point. Cammy trying to be the guy on the flank, but you can already see he's worried about a couple directions, but he finds the flank. He cleans them out, and still no funny business happening. Ooh, Seattle, though, plenty of pressure up through train.
Bance got out that side door covered. Nades through. No damage. He could have caught a lot there. And here comes Sib. Waiting for the opportunity to strike. As Bance now finds it. The iron is hot and he is going for it. CleanX to the flank as well. Great work on the defense now. Ultra still keeping it all together. This is to keep themselves alive in the series. Pred, what a kill. Dude, he is unstoppable.
And funnily enough, that stun actually just sort of stopped his healing, but you take care of Pred either way in the big 2-piece. Ultra right now looking to force this map 4, and still so clean on defense, but also Turtle, but hey, the glide bomb gives you the intel, you make the reads, the pressure coming through P3 again.
Train is all locked down now for Ultra as they push the front line forward. You've got accuracy once again hitting the flank. It's going to come down to insight, should that fight happen, and here's the man of the moment. Accuracy maybe making his way in, clock's ticking.
5 seconds for it. Is anyone there to stop it? I don't think so. I think Ultra have stayed alive. Wait for it though. 0.5 on the clock, we're in. Mack still alive. The kills are there. And Ultra, they stay alive here in the series. As things are getting real spicy indeed. The control, a 3-1 on Berlin. In full control indeed.
And this is why we saw Seattle keeping it calm after the map 2. They know this is going to be a battle against Toronto. Maybe the most difficult team in the game to actually shut down. Keeping that lifeline alive, and honestly, we knew it was going to happen in that control. It has been their saving grace this entire stage, and I mean, you just got to give the props to CleanX, right? Man goes on a tear. He sets the tone right from the opening break. So clean on defense, so annoying and ratty on defense as well. All the off angles, all the off corners rather. And Ultra pulling out all the stops to force that map forward.
Yeah, Benjamin Bance with a 26 and 18 as well. Magnificent bounce back for him, who has had frankly, a tough series. Not been very good so far, but your boy's back in it. And so are Ultra. We go to Berlin hardpoint now. Both teams have had very good runs in the respawn game modes, but control just a little too special for Toronto Ultra. Surge didn't have a whole lot there, Chance, I must admit. Tough scenes for them. We'll see if they can rebound in the control.
And look, I will absolutely be a broken record. Yeah, hardpoint, 100%.
Sorry, man.
I will be a broken record when talking about Fred because, again, statistically, almost every single map where he fries, he looks like one of the very best. And even for the Berlin, he's got a 1.29. I mean, completely and utterly absurd. So it is the exact same story. If you can contain him, if CleanX as that counterpart can pop off, we obviously saw it in this game alone. CleanX is frying. That is what puts you over the edge. So efficient work for one Berlin. Looking to go back to back on the Berber.
The Berber coming up now. The final seconds here of that matchup. 0.5 seconds as Mack needed to kill 2 players there to stay alive. Too little, too late, sadly, for Seattle Surge. They're in the control, but that does make the series that bit more interesting. Map number 4 now on its way, Berlin hardpoint. We stay on Berlin. We have to go to the end. It's a throwdown in the desert. Game 5, Desert Siege. And who knows, man, if we get there, it could be anyone's map.
Yeah, well, anyone's map, even for the hardpoint, right? Because I'd say for Ultra, they've had Seattle's number over the course of the year, but it did not go that way on Tuscan. And just the number of HPs that Seattle has had down to the wire, where they have to make these ridiculous comebacks and just make the clutch plays towards the end. But this is a team that has truly lived for the moment. They are going to be ready for another battle as you'd see Ultra doing the normal thing, calming it down. I mean, it is the breathing exercise that these guys brought into the mix. Truly one of the most unique teams we have in the CDL. Getting ready to square up on Berlin for this map 4.
Once again.
And still with the pressure on, man. Any one of these maps for both of these teams, we're almost getting to that point where one more and your year is over.
It's so far away, it feels like, for Seattle Surge. One more map is going to feel like an eternity here on this stage. How sweet it would be for the Rookie of the Year to make a deep run at his first champs, for Mack to make a deeper run, for Simp. These rookies under the watchful eye of accuracy, a man who has had the 2nd place on the brightest of stages, the biggest of lights. And I can't even imagine what it feels like to get 2nd place after coming so far. Ultra know that, sadly, all too well. Bance has been 2nd place now, what, twice in his career. Nothing stings quite like it. Can they right the wrongs here in the 2020 Vanguard season?
Maybe Bance, another player to pay a great deal of attention to in this series, because I'd say over the course of the year and over the course of this tournament, I mean, he is one of the best playmakers in the game, but certainly has struggled early on in this series, and look to him to make the bounce back. And obviously, we go into this Berlin hardpoint. The theme of this map throughout stage 4 was starting on good side. I know at a certain point throughout champs, like throughout stage 4 even, it was like a 9-1 record for the team that starts spawning on the P3 side of the map. You get that advantage. I think through stage 4, team that started on good side won 20 of 26. And I think Toronto Ultra also one of the very best at dealing with that cold, hard fact. So it will be Seattle with that early advantage. It will be Ultra working on this uphill battle. But they need to be very quick to strike right from the jump they need that strong opening break, because that is something worth paying attention to, even on the Tuscan. How clean Surge was right from the first hill to set that tone. That is the type of play that Ultra are going to need.
Here we go. Map number 4. Surge are in. They're on the good side. They get to the point a little faster. But here come Toronto Ultra. How will they break this one? The break's got to be clean. It's got to be very good. And here comes Simp. And it is... Oh, traitor there. Into the point we now go. Still killing everyone from Ultra so far. And that is a great hold. Surge, all good.
And this is as good as it gets. You get to the hill first. Toronto can't even step inside, and Pred just goes and flips those spawns. So it makes your life that much easier to be the cutoff man.
Wait a minute.
And to get the ball rolling. He does get shut down, but a perfect P1. Everything Seattle wanted to go right, they're doing it once again.
Pred starts every single hardpoint map off so hot indeed. Keeping the kills now flowing. 10 seconds remaining on P1. All Surge. Ultra not able to get close. CleanX now can't do any more on the hard point. The rotation's now down. It's all Seattle Surge. They're going to get the opening seconds.
And that's just the tragedy of trying to work this map through the pool. If you don't have that higher seed, so Ultra just down massively going in. They don't exactly win the rotation, and they get Red trying to flank as well. Unable to make a play. Chopped down one by one, and nearly the perfect 4 down. Inside trying to buy his teammates time, but he gets caught too. Surge, this is exactly what happened on Tuscan. This is perfect hard point being played.
Holding down P2 still. 35 seconds left on this one. Ultra still. It's measly 2 seconds on the board. A big win from Bance. That's 2 in a row now. Space to work with. Here comes the hit. A little faster though if you are a Toronto Ultra fan, because you want to see them soak up as much time as possible. Clean kills. 1 man left alive. And it's Pred. Not an easy thing to do.
And you also have accuracy now. He's able to push up. So this is a massive lead. You get the pressure inside of fire. And I think accuracy does get spotted, but he at least wins one. And Mack, if he gets out the back and just wins one gunfight, he can flip and break these spawns. This might be every single hill back to back to back for Surge, piecing them up and trying to bury them on Berlin.
Wasn't enough to break the spawns, but Mack, the breaker of worlds, Pred, finds a couple more. Mack still staying alive on the point. Bance coming through. Teamwork now from Seattle Surge, flowing like wine all over Berlin as the kills are there. CleanX is gone, and Mack's on a 5.
Good side on Berlin. Name a better duo.
My God.
I will. Mack and Pred on this map. 21 and 8 combined. Everything they want to do right. Literal perfection.
How many more kills can Pred find? Yeah, here we go. Inside good coverage. On the point now. Toronto Ultra, 20 seconds left here. That's going to be all theirs. However, cross map, you need to go to train.
I mean, I don't know if we have had a single 100-point-plus comeback this year, but Ultra, this is your year on the line. You are losing the rotation again towards P4. All the bases covered. Civ with a deep pocket. He does lose the gunfight. Maybe a small window of opportunity for Ultra just to try to work through the back. The nades look like they're going to connect on Mack, but not good enough. Able to stay alive, finally gets dropped, but so does CleanX. 4 down, Surge with the hold, and they get to run it up even more.
Oh man, the lead is only getting bigger. 40 seconds remaining on train. A hard point to hold for Seattle. Running it up. Kill after kill. Mack's there, no more trades. As the staggered hit now, can Bance pull out some magic? No. Nothing left up that wizard's sleeve. He has been dealt with. 25 left, all Surge.
And you just have to be feeling this if you're Ultra. 4 and 10 from Cammy, 5 and 13 for CleanX. They are getting shut down, smacked around, and I know their comms are always good, but this is just seeming like it might be too much, too little, too late. And I mean, hey, nice little 4 down. You'll take the hill time, but that is for a measly amount of scrap time that Mack is not going to let them collect. An absurd start, an absurd continuation. 160 points in P5 has just started.
This is a blowout. Reminiscent of the way we saw Toronto Ultra enter the Vanguard season. It was on this very map against this very team where Ultra decimated them in the Kickoff Classic Finals. And now it is an entirely new Seattle Surge. Pred seemingly toying with his food for a moment there, but Insight's kills are going to come on through. 30 seconds remaining here on P5. Not a good look for either squad, but either way, map control Seattle Surge.
And you just see, yeah, map control is the key, right? Flooding all over towards the P1 side of the map, and Bance is trying to be the guy just to flip and block those spawns. But this is desperation again. I guess you do flip the spawns, but even for the scrap time, you still lose.
Good God.
It's just too big of a lead at this point. You just get to play with your food.
There's not a whole lot you can do. Pred is seemingly unstoppable. Good timing there from the boys of Ultra now. Straight into the point we go. P1, second set, not over yet. CleanX through the window. This fight is not done as Cammy finding the kills. 2 in a row now for Cameron McGilligan. Into the point we now go. Is this the moment Ultra sorely needed?
177 to 42 is the deficit after the first set of rotations. P1 to be a money hill, the nades ringing out and exploding, the flank potentially coming through, but Ultra making a couple of these reads. CleanX wins that intro gunfight, and they have all their bases covered. You still gotta win the gunfight. It is trades back and forth, but Ultra still holding on.
A little bit of magic there. His Insight gets a nice kill. 20 seconds left here. Contest coming through. Bance gets turned on. Oh my God. P2 rotations are down. Mack's already there. Final few moments here on P1. Ultra get it. Rotation's done. All surge.
And look at the setup. It is all 4 players in and around. You got the P2 control on lock. You're in a situation where, I mean, just one more good rotation, one halfway decent hold, and Surge will win this game. And Ultra might be even just taking too much time to go for this break. They're going for the full flank. If you're taking the time, you got to be perfect, and that is not a good start.
Well, we get 1 kill at least coming out for the back. Mack gets the kill. CleanX from up high. Cleans up the point. It's a good break for now. Can you pick up this time, though? Ultra, better late than never.
I just say it's so many things you have to do right. I mean, you take a little bit of time for the break, just an extra 20 points going to go the way of Surge, and they just get that much closer. Ultra now need to find some way to flip these spawns and win the gunfights around the hill, and that's 3. They clear out most of this, but still that secondary problem. Those spawns nowhere in their grasp. They still have such a long way to go.
Left-hand side of the minimap, that's the play now. Insight, nice win. Forward you go. CleanX now with a bit of opening. Can he sneak inside the lines of Seattle Surge? Looking to get it done right here, right now. CleanX flying in. No more kills to be had. Cammy at range, though. Softening up the numbers as Zib straight back in with great trade.
Hey, it was a good effort right there from Ultra, but just not enough. It's not close enough to perfect, and Surge now in the hill, but maybe a clean 2 down, and maybe you see Ultra right now flying through the point, at least in for the contest. They still got a little bit of fight in them, but still such a long way to go.
Here's the contest, Tibbs in, and he is flying, baby, inside the big win with a pistol now. Another for him. Pred from the outside, trying to get involved. Can't get it done. Insight is on a 5 spree. An accuracy, mega tags in a Cammy. Finally brings it down. Here comes the hit. Pistols at hand, and accuracy wins it. The break is good.
Slowest pistol shot in the league, but enough to get it done. So much scrap time to work with, and Ultra are chalking it up. That lead gets that much more sizable, and Surge again in a situation where one halfway decent moment, and they will win this game. And accuracy winning the gunfights at old, that means less players from Ultra on the roto, and Mack still here causing problems. He will be the front man for the team. 18 points, and Surge eliminate their next team.
One more hardpoint break is all you need, Seattle Surge. This is potentially the last hold of Toronto Ultra in the Vanguard season. Pred, entry kills indeed. As the pinch is on. Max free comes to a close and Cammy locks it down. You need the time, you found the kills. And here comes the next wave of Seattle.
No one on the map right now for Seattle. Maybe to make a tricky play. Sib working his way around the flank, and maybe Sib has found the opening, but the opening is not through P5. Bance is here. So look at Sib on the minimap. He's the guy to be able to take him out of this hill. The spawns have flipped as well. He has gotten Surge inside. The break is in, and that'll get Surge so close to winning the game, or at least to stop that bleeding.
Not over yet. Bance with another loss. As Mack wins a massive gunfight now inside towards the hill. You've saved your day for now. But it's going to go down to P5. It's going to come down to the scrap. As everyone on Ultra is battling the hardest they may have battled all year long, and better late than never. Once again, new hard points up, P5.
And Surge, just take a breath, take your time, coach some nades, and get him out of P5. You don't want to start to feel the pressure creeping up on you. An easy hill to get players outside of it. Sib with the nice start.
Sneaky Bance with a cross. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, picks up 1, but can't get the second. Insight's there to pick up the kills as well, though, as Ultra stay alive. Their hard point's still in their hands. New angles being worked on here by accuracy. Slowly but surely, forward they go. Covering fire is fantastic.
Bance stays alive. Numbers are still good. Hipfire works out for accuracy.
Hey, I was going to say, take the round and flip those spawns. They didn't even have to take the round. They got gifted. Surge now, they're not getting this P5 time, but they can get set up for P1. And again, keep these players away. Do not let anyone through. If you get a break on P1, Ultra, this is it.
The most composed team in the league. We put that name to the test right here. One break is all you need. CleanX. The blade goes cold as he now flies forward. It's 10 seconds for the win. The last great break, the last hold, the last run for Toronto Ultra now as the clock has struck 12 and it is over. It is done. Seattle Surge. They have done it. The respawns were the name of the game. Control continues to be a problem, but they walk away with a dub. It's a 3-1. And commiserations to Toronto Ultra. Their campaign ends here.
And it comes down to those opening breaks in the hard points for Seattle. Literally right off the jump on the Tuscan, you see the nades ringing out from the get-go. You get Fred in position, and they had that P1 on lock and built themselves an instant 50-point lead. The exact same thing on Berlin. The perfect break on P1, or at least the perfect setup to flip the spawns. They had a 100-point lead by the third hill. And Ultra started to crank things up, but a massive lead like that, Surge will never let slip away. Just too clean from the jump. Mack and Fred on point. Mack especially so with the 3,400 damage, but it was the hard points to the bitter end. Ultra, just not enough.
Seattle continue, and what a transformation that team, that organization has seen coming into the Vanguard year. We saw it at kickoff, and it was against this very team, Toronto Ultra. They found themselves in the finals there. They've got their just revenge. They didn't have to go to game 5, but 250-205, the final score there on Berlin. 3-1, the final score in the series. As Toronto Ultra, their year comes to a close. And what a year it was. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. We'll see them on MW2.
And that is just, I mean, again, a heartbreaking thing, but I suppose for the flip side for Surge, maybe a way to start their losers bracket run, right? They're looking to go in for the long haul, play that marathon game. If they're lucky, they'll have 3 series on the day. They've at least bought themselves the next, all the way up to top 4. And honestly, for a pair of rookies, that's not bad.
Not bad whatsoever. We're about to hear from one of them on the main stage with Blaze. It's Pred.
Thank you so much, Miles and Chance, as I'm on the stage with the Rookie of the Year, Pred at Seattle Surge, progressed forward. Give them a round of applause one more time as they came out on top. Now, Pred, this series, you guys come out 3-1, just losing the control, and you looked absolutely dominant. How are you and the squad feeling today?
You know, it's an early one today, so for us, we have to get in bright and early, like around 8 in the morning, but for us, it was just about being active, you know, being very confident, apply pressure. Because if you don't apply pressure, you have to absorb it, and you don't want to absorb pressure, man. You want to be the one applying the pressure. And for us, our main thing was our S&D. We just really wanted to be active on that map, so yeah.
Nice. And you talk about applying pressure and absorbing pressure, and you are the guy that applies the most pressure in these respawns here. You know, being a rookie in this league, how do you, you know, take a death but always come back, find 3, find 2, and get your mind back in that?
For me, I'm very confident in my ability, and I just know that, you know, the plays I make on the map is to help my team as much as possible. So I'm always down to apply pressure.
Yeah, always cool, calm, and collected. Now, speaking of the pressure of this elimination bracket, the next team coming up, you see the Subliners, OpTic. Any of those SMG duos you're looking to play for the most?
I mean, both teams have great SMG duos, very good players in the league. Obviously, OpTic got Seth and Ant, very good sub players as well, Kismet and Parker. So for me, it's like whoever we would play. But both sub duos are really good. But yeah, I'm excited.
Hey, it don't matter. He is excited and ready to go. Los Angeles, give it up for the Seattle Surge one more time. Man, what a matchup. Des, take it away.
Thank you so much, Blaze. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our game break presented by Prime Gaming. Lando, Study, aLLeY, and Nameless, guys. A ceremonious way for Toronto to go out, a team that has been, I don't know, on the struggle bus a lot throughout the time in Vanguard in this very mode. That is the one that ends up knocking them out. But I tell you what, man, Pred was on a mission today, Jay.
Oh my God, just what that guy does on the map, especially in that map #1. This time around, though, he did not waste all his energy on the celebration. He bounced back right into that search and destroy, gives him a double-digit performance. But when he's playing like that, you can just see the confidence from the young man. It doesn't matter. It got very close. It's always that P5 to the P1, but Pred is the guy. Three-piece after three-piece to secure it. The guy's just unreal, man.
Listen, man, these guys are disgusting. I mean, Pred goes off, right, like highest KD in the lobby, but Sib as well, most damage in the lobby. He's popping off. Everybody here is doing their job, and what was the most impressive to me in that series was that search and destroy. You saw what he said. They wanted to be more active on the map. We saw the pushes over towards A, but then even on the defense, like they know what Toronto's going to try to do, the slow, trying to get information. They push up him and Mack B side, get that first blood, and get out with their lives. That's what he's so good at, getting those kills and getting away with his lives. He picks up the glide bomb. It's over from there.
Yeah, and I have to echo that. When you get into like the nitty-gritty statistical numbers when it comes to this map set, they all kind of fell into who had the numbers, who was in favor of it. The only big question mark was that search and destroy, and I love Seattle's teamwork on that map specifically. Pred obviously had the numbers. He went 10-4, but he actually only had about 900 damage, and what it was is it was Sib and Mack. They both had over 1,000 damage, the most in the lobby, and all that tells me is that they are constantly in line of sight of each other. They are constantly communicating and allowing Pred to have that free roam, to have that bottom grandma control, and finalize those one-shot kills and get them that win on the search and destroy.
Yeah, and he was absolutely free roaming, especially on the Tuscan. What is going on with this guy and Tuscan hardpoint? It is something special. We saw it yesterday versus Atlanta, and today we saw it here versus Toronto for our scuff play of the game. I mean, Ant, there's just something special about this guy on this map. Like, what is this?
I see it's just going to be a montage, like a Pred on Tuscan. Like, he goes on just a ridiculous spree. It starts right with a two-piece into the three. Like, he goes out, you know, front P5, picks up another two. He's down low picking up kills. Like, this is a 12 streak, by the way, is I think where it ends at. He was going crazy, dude. He can't keep getting away with this. I tweeted afterwards, I'm like, teams have to stop him. He's so active on the map. And, you know, when you were watching him in this play here, it's the anticipation. Like, he knows where everybody is going to be. Tuscan is Pred's playground.
And the thing that really scares me about Pred is that this is his first year. This is a rookie year for him. And when he found himself on that sixth spree, he played for that streak for about a minute before he actually finds that kill to earn that glide bomb. He's just next level.
It literally looks like he's playing a different game on that map. Like, he knows where everyone is at all times. He knows where the trade's going to be coming from, and he wins the gunfight. It's unreal to see.
It is. It's just like, it's so crazy too, because we always hype up this story about like, oh, the rookies at champs, how are they going to perform? Sure, they're going to be nervous. Like, we almost assume like the controller's going to be shaking out of their hands, and it's just not the case at all with this guy. I mean, we talk about a number of different players who have kind of been in that conversation for Rookie of the Year, and it feels exactly right that it's in his hands right now. I believe we have our bracket to go ahead and take a quick look at, quick gander at after a match like that. Still many more games to come here on this lovely CDL Saturday. So with that, Surge advanced past the Ultra. We say goodbye to Toronto, and now we await for who is going to face off against Seattle. OpTic versus New York. That is going to be a banger of a game on the top side of the bracket, Allie. FaZe versus Thieves. That is Titan-like.
I mean, that's the one we're all really anticipating, right? Because it's either the fact that the LA Thieves still has Atlanta FaZe's number from the previous stage, or we are seeing the championship beast of Atlanta FaZe, and I feel like either way, it's going to be a quick series.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I cannot wait to see exactly how the rest of these matches progress. But also, if you're not in the venue, you also have the ability to walk away with some excellent, excellent prizes. Make sure to get your 2022 COD Champs pack today. Dominate the competition with, I think it's Pat Motti, Operator Skin. You can also get the SMG and AR blueprints. Make sure, if you have not done so already, to go ahead and go to CallOfDutyLeague.com to get yours. Now, I know I'm sporting that MP40 skin in just a matter of days as soon as I get back home. And also, on the same topic, make sure to tune in on Championship Sunday. Actually, after match number 2, you'll get a very special segment about Modern Warfare 2. Get an inside look at what is next for the Call of Duty franchise with a special guest interview. We teased who it could be. And I'm not going to tell you yet. Not going to tell you. Who?
Crimsix? No, please, no, please. No.
We'll talk about Crimsix. Jay, you're obviously going to be at the desk for this next one. We're going to bring in Chance. Quick preview. OpTic versus New York is next. We'll have a lot of talk about that one here soon. Give me your brief rundown of that.
Believe it or not, man, you know I'm a New York guy. And every single time, majority of the times, I'm going to take New York. But it kind of hurt me this morning because I think the Green Wall are going to be able to make the upset.
No way.
They have to bounce back. They have to. And I think they're going to be able to do it versus NYSL.
I don't know where to go from here.
Wait, listen, I'm just gonna say he's always been a fair weather fan. Like this guy is a Lakers fan.
What you talking
he's a
about,
Cowboys fan.
Wait, what are we talking
New York
about?
fan. He switched
Wait, hold
over.
on.
He switched over.
Come on, man.
He's like, what are we talking about?
This is unbelievable. We talked about how champs, like everything is different when it comes to champs, including some of our predictions as well. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this match. As we said after the break, we are talking OpTic Texas NYSL. It is going to be a banger. We'll see you after this quick break.